today's video is a very lightweight, classic and timeless look inspired by the gorgeous summer nights. I wanted this look to be really quick and easy to achieve with the least amount of blending possible, and skin is kept very lightweight and fresh. This is also part of a collaboration with British YouTuber Gibox from Omagi. She has created this gorgeous daytime dewy look on our channel, so be sure to check her out and of course subscribe. And with that being said, let's get started. So as always, start with a primer of your choice. Priming your lids is a must to ensure eyeshadows stay put for the entire night. Next, take a light brown transition shade on a blending brush and blend this all over the lid. This should only be one shade darker than your skin tone. This will give a barely there finish but creates definition on the lid and also helps with blending later. Next, for the crease shade, choose a colour 2 to 3 shades darker. This can be warm or cool toned depending on what you prefer. I went for a nice warm orangey brown for warmth and of course definition. Take this on a blending brush and blend this right across the crease and slightly above. So this should be just above your eyeball, and blend it out. Build up the colour slowly until you reach the right intensity for you. I wanted this to be kind of the main focus of the eye. Just wanted to give a nice subtle colour on the lid, dramatic crease and a nice dramatic wing. So this is going to be the main focus for me. Moving on to the lid, I went for a NYX Jumbo Pencil in Cashmere and patted this on with my finger. Using a cream eyeshadow will give a little bit more pigmentation to the look and will also hold it in place for the night. Pat it on using your finger to get the most pigmentation, and then pack on your eyeshadow using a flat eyeshadow brush. Again, this is just to increase the pigmentation. I chose Makeup Geek Shimma Shimma, which is a nice kind of shimmery goldish but natural eyeshadow. Moving on to my favorite bit, which is the eyeliner. Start by just creating a very thin line on your lid and then you can create your wing. So line your liner brush up with your lower lash line and use the end of your brow as a guide. Create your flick and then join it to the rest of the liner. This is the easiest way to create a nice winged eyeliner. Then apply your mascara, and if you would like, finish with some lashes. I went for Red Cherry number 43. These are my favorites. Clean up under the eye with a little bit of eye makeup remover and then you can move on to your face. So always start with a nice base, especially if you're in really hot temperatures. A primer is so important because it's going to act like glue and stick to your foundation, which will keep it in place 10 times longer than normal. I'm using the L'Oreal's Blur Cream, which is a nice dupe for the Benefits Professional, and it covers any imperfections and also minimizes pores and fine lines. Then go in with the foundation of your choice. I went for L'Oreal's True Match. It's a very lightweight and dewy foundation and it gives just the right amount of coverage. So it's not too heavy on the skin, it's perfect for nighttime and it will hold in place for the night as well. And you can build up the coverage using a stippling brush like I am doing here. If you find your foundation is a little bit too heavy for you, you can go in with a damp foundation sponge or a damp beauty blender and pat this into the skin, and this will take away any of the heaviness or any of the cakiness from your foundation and make it appear a little bit more sheer and lightweight. Next, moving on to my concealer, I'm just applying this on my problem areas, which are under my eyes and any breakouts. This is optional. Some people don't like concealer because it is a little bit heavier on the skin, but just cover your problem areas and pat it into the skin using your ring finger. Concealer needs to be melted into the skin, so apply it using your finger to melt it down, and this will help blend it better. You can then get rid of any of the heaviness using a damp beauty blender or a sponge. So I'm just going to leave the foundation to soak into the skin and move back up to the eyes. Apply a little bit of highlighter just under the brow bone. I'm just applying a little bit of a matte white, and then moving back onto the eyes, I'm applying my NYX Wonder Pencil on the waterline. It's a nude liner pencil just to make the eyes pop, and then apply a little bit of my transition shade on the lower lash line and then finish off with a bit of mascara. Using a cream blush in summertime gives a lovely lightweight and dewy glow to the skin, but it's also very long lasting, especially if it's doubled up with a powder on top to set it. So I'm just applying a little bit of my MUA Peach blush and then powdering my face afterwards, just very lightly, just to set everything in place. Then I'm going in with my bronzer. I'm using MAC's Give Me Sun. This bronzer is to die for. I'm not doing any contouring or anything like that. I'm just lightly brushing it all over the outer corners of my face. And this is a lovely warm brown, so it just gives the illusion of being sun-kissed, and oh, I just absolutely love it. Then I'm applying just the teeniest little bit of blush just on top of my cream blush. So remember the rule, powder on powder, cream on cream. So make sure you apply your cream before you set with a powder. Lastly, but definitely not least, I'm moving on to my lips. I'm using my Full Lips Lips Enhancers, and I have a review on this which I will leave at the top of the video right about now, so you can click on that link to be taken straight to the video. And I'm not using it for a very long period of time. I don't want that really full Kylie Jenner lips. I just wanted a little bit of fullness to the lip, so I just did it for about 5 or 10 seconds. Now I'm lining my lips with my lip liner from the PS Love Primark range. This was $150 I believe, and it was an absolute bargain. The lip liner is so smooth and creamy, and it just blended so beautifully. This is also a gorgeous red. It's more of a raspberry color red, so it's not your brick red or your cool tone red. It's just a lovely raspberry red that will suit a lot of skin tones as well, so I loved it. And then I finished off with the matching PS Love lipstick, which just finished off the look perfectly. So that's pretty much it, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Don't forget to check out Makeupbysaz's channel, which I'll leave in the description box. And if you're new to my channel, then thank you so much for popping over. And if you'd like to watch any of my previous videos, then please feel free to click the videos in the picture. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!